I'm Ryan. I'm a member of the Boom Beach development team here in Helsinki, Finland. I'm really excited to talk to you guys today about where we've been in 2016, where we're going in 2017, and I'm going to give you an inside look at what's coming in the next update. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first thing we saw in 2016 was the rise of the Mega Crab. This was a brand new event that nobody in Boom Beach had seen before. Players from across the world loved it, not only for the huge amount of loot, but also for the high competitive aspect of it. Next, in 2016, the first update contained HQ22, statue storage, ranks, and supply chests. This was a huge update, especially for the highest level players. The next update of 2016 had a brand new troop called the Cryoneer. This was really exciting because we haven't seen a new troop since the Scorcher. In the same update, we saw friendly battles and troop loadouts. Only a little while later, we saw the next update of 2016, which had two new prototype defenses, the Grappler and the Hot Pot. In the same update, we got the Boombox, which was a revolutionary new way to stay in contact with everything that's happening in the Boom universe. And in the last update of 2016, we saw something awesome. We got Forlorn Hope, which was the hardest operation ever conceived, and it includes barbed wire. Additionally, we saw a new event in the Cycle of Evil. And toward the end of 2016, we started to see Troop Manias. Now, these are really cool. In Troop Manias, a certain troop, or sometimes all the troops, are 90% off. These have continued bi-weekly since then, so keep an eye out. That was our 2016. That brings us to 2017. Now, we just finished up the 5th Mega Crab. This has been my favorite yet. If you haven't been paying attention, each Mega Crab brings a brand new twist. We've had Critter Globes, Speed Serum, Scary Mortars, Cryo Bombs, and now, in this most recent one, we saw Dr. T's Taunt Tower, possibly the most ridiculous addition yet. The Taunt Tower brings your troops in, and then in Dr. T fashion, explodes, killing them all. The Mega Crab has been one of the coolest events in Boom Beach, and it happens usually every few months. Players are super excited about it, not only for the loot, but we've seen the most competitive players ever this last Mega Crab. This was a longer one, so they had a little more time, but the best player in the world got to stage 98. That's crazy. I didn't get anywhere near that high. I imagine his storages were completely full by the end of that. I also have some really cool statistics to show you about the Mega Crab. We've had over 1 billion attacks made by 20 million players who have lost over 14 billion troops attacking the Mega Crab. Those are absolutely crazy, and it goes to show how much you guys love the event. We're going to make sure it keeps coming back. I also want to tell you a little bit about how we work at Supercell. The Boom Beach team is pretty small. We only have about 12 people on the team. Many other games would have way more. Now, this is really nice because it means that if there's an idea or a bug or something really cool we want to add into the game, we can just swivel our chair around and the whole team is right there, right next to each other. We don't have offices or anything like that at Supercell HQ, so it's super easy for us to communicate, bounce ideas off each other, and really keep the team motivated and talking together. Of course, working on a small team also has disadvantages. It means we can't add everything we want into the game because we simply don't have the manpower. So how do we decide what goes into an update? What we do is we circle up. We look at all the feedback that you guys are giving us, and we decide what would have the biggest impact for all the players. This is never an easy decision, and we're always arguing about what will have the best impact. But we think it leads to the very best results, and then we can be sure that what we're putting into the game is the best thing that you guys will love. I also want to talk to you guys about some of the questions I hear more often than anything else. The biggest one is when we're adding Task Force versus Task Force Wars. Now, I see this all the time on the forums, on Reddit, and on Facebook. Now, believe it or not, this is a big feature. It's something that would take a lot of development time from the team. If we wanted to devote that much time to a feature, it means we're not spending time on things like new troops, new operation maps, new NPC bases, or new events like the Mega Crab. So if we want to devote all of this time to a new feature, we have to be sure that it will be awesome. Now, we know all of you guys have been asking for this for a long time, so of course, we built prototypes. We even built paper prototypes. We've talked to the Clash team about ideas on how to make it work. But after all this, we haven't found the right way to do it. So right now, it's not our focus. That doesn't mean it's ruled out, but it means that we're going to focus on other, newer things to add into the game instead of Task Force Wars. The other question that I hear all the time is when we're adding HQ 23. Right now, the top level is HQ 22. That was added back early last year. Now, believe it or not, a new HQ level is a lot of work. Our graphical artists would have to add new graphics and artwork for each and every building. That takes a lot of time. We also have to think about balancing, and if we're adding a new landing craft, how that would affect operations and high-level gameplay. So it's not a simple task. Again, we're not ruling it out, but if we wanted to add HQ 23, we would like to add it with something that freshens up the gameplay. Right now, that's not in the cards, so we're not focusing on it. The one thing that you guys have been asking me all the time is what's coming in the next update. Now, I can give you an inside look. The next update will have heroes. Stay tuned for more info.